What's up guys, ATCG here, welcome back to Yugioh Deck of the Day. Today we have the final deck that got a huge boost from the last ban list. We covered pretty much everything, and this is probably the only mistake that Konami did with their last ban list. It was a good ban list overall, it had a lot of good changes to give fresh air to the meta, it took care of pretty much the most wanted deck to be rid of, that Emancipators. Without their Block Dragon, they're not as good anymore, but they gave us something that was a bit questionable. They decided to bring Gishki Gastkraken back to 3, and I don't see why. We don't have any support incoming for Gishkis or anything, so they probably thought that it was not going to be as good as it used to be, but I think that was a little bit foolish because we know exactly what this card can do in 3 copies, and today we're going to show you exactly that. We're going to show you a Gishki HANDLOOP deck profile, and then at the end of the video, we're going to show you exactly how you can combo with just one Deep Sea Diva and one level 4 lower monster that you can destroy your opponent's entire hand. Not even destroy it, it'll put it back into the deck, so it's even better. So if your opponent's playing something like Burning Abyss or Shadows, they're not even going to get any advantage. So before we get to the deck profile, please like the video if you enjoyed, it helps us a lot. Subscribe to the channel so you don't miss our upcoming videos. And now, let's get to the deck profile. So to start off, we have 3 heavy Gishki Gastkraken. The notorious HANDLOOP enabler, this card was probably the first and one that did it, and it was dealt with very fast, and now we have a chance of seeing it in action back again. I'm not sure if the deck is going to be meta relevant or if it's going to be another one of those FTKs that get to the side deck that just exist, but they're not consistent enough or resilient enough to be played in the meta. But we'll have to wait and see exactly what happens with this. So Gastkraken, when it's ritual summoned, your opponent shows you 2 random cards from the hand, you shuffle them 1 into the deck, so you can get the basic idea. You want to summon this 5 times, so your opponent will only start with their draw, and if this card is not something like an Extravagance or a Desires that gets them to 2 more good cards, then they will not be able to play. So that's the basic idea of the deck and what you want to do. Next up, we have 3 Gishki Vision. You can discard this to search any Gishki ritual monster. It also acts as a Shurit, which is the full tribute for a Gishki monster. So when you try to ritual summon your Gastkraken, even if you don't have a level 6, then you can tribute your Gishki Vision or the next card I'm going to show you to summon it, and then you can keep tributing your Krakens for the more Krakens. So that's how you want to do it. To Gishki Shadow, you discard this to search a spell. You don't need to max this out because the moment you get access to your Aqua Mirror, that's pretty much all you need because you can keep recycling this one Aqua Mirror. So I don't think Gishki Shadow is worth maxing, and also has the same effect as Vision, which can act as a full tribute for a Gishki ritual. Next up, we have a small Necros engine because Necros is actually the engine that helps you get into Isolde. So we have 2 Bryonax and 1 Clausulas. They're both warriors, so summoning Isolde is essential for the combo because Isolde will get you Renaud, and Renaud will get you back the telekinetic charging cell you sent with Isolde. So you can make your infinite searches with your Gale Dogra, so that's how you get the advantage you need to summon Kraken 5 times in 1 turn. For the Incantations, we play 2 Talismandra, 2 Candle, and 2 Chalice Slime. You go through these in 1 turn because of Inception, then you can just use your Chalice Slime to get 1, Inception will get the other, and then Inception will act as a ritual spell. So you get 2 searches out of it and free ritual spell, which is pretty nice. 3 Deep Sea Diva, which is the combo enabler. With this card, you can pretty much do whatever you want. She goes into Fiber, and if you have another level 4 higher monster in your hand to use a certain card on, then you can basically do the full combo, which we're going to show you during the end of the video. And Deep Sea Diva is actually searchable now because I'm maxing out on a card that searches, so it's even more consistent than just playing 3 Deep Sea Diva. 3 Gale Dogra. With this, we use your Prodocus, you turn this into a Psychic, and with Telekinetic Charging Cell, you get infinite searches. You've seen this combo before, it's not something new. We're going to abuse it 1 more time. 2 Violent Cube. I actually played 2 because if you draw 1, then you will play 1, and then your combo is dead, so you need to play 2 copies. And it's not bad to draw because you can just use it with, if you don't have anything, you can use it for a ritual summon because it's a level 3, or you can synchro with it, and if it's synchro for a light monster, which guess what, although the Arclight is a light monster of course, you get a search for any equip spell. And the last monster is 1 Renaud because you summon this with Isolde, and this will get you back the telekinetic charging cell. For the spells, we play 3 Deep Sea Aria. This card is so good in this deck because you can use cards like Gishki Vision, Gishki Shadow, or your Necros to get a water monster in the grave right away, and then with this card you can banish a water to search your Deep Sea Diva so you can start the combo, or if you already have Deep Sea Diva, you can actually search your Vision or your Shadow because these are both Sea Serpents, so it's not like you're forced to search Diva. So if you have her, you can search something else that will get you more plays in case your Diva gets stopped. 3 Preparation, pretty standard. Gastkraken is level 6, so you can search this with your Preparation and also get back a ritual spell if you have one. For the ritual spells, play 1 Gishki Aqua Mirror. You don't need more. Once you get access to this 1 Aqua Mirror, it will keep recycling itself back from the grave. 1 Incantation Inception. With this, you cycle through your Talismandra and Candle in 1 turn, so it's a really good card. And 1 Cycle, because when you're playing a small Necros engine, Cycle is the only ritual spell you want to be playing. For the generics, we play one Foolish, because if the card, like, so you're curious with a card, maybe you can use this to send your Gale Dogra this way to get it back, and this gives utility in the deck. One Monster Reborn, in case something like a Gale Dogra gets Ghost Ogre, you can bring it back. Yes, you won't be able to use your infinite searches because Telekinetic Charging Cell will go with it if it gets Ghost Ogre, but still these 2 searches you will get might be enough to give you something, because even if your opponent has Interruption, they are taking a card out of their hand by their own if they have a hand trap, and then if you use like Gas Kraken 2 or 3 times, then that just might be enough to win you the game, even if you can't get rid of their entire hand. And for the equip spells, we play 1 Living Fossil, 1 Overdone Burial. You search this with your Violent Cube, and these will bring back your Violent Cube to get more monsters and more equip spells from your deck. And the last one is Telekinetic Charging Cell, because like I said, you will send with Isolde with Summon Renaud, and Isolde, because you sent it, it's in the grave, so you can get it back with Renaud, so you can use Reaper Docus and Gale Dogra and start doing the loop. And now let's go to the extra deck. We have 1 Elder Entity and TSS, because if you're playing a card like Gale Dogra, this is good to have in the extra deck for the event you're going second, so you can pop a card. For the synchros, we have 3 Herald of the Arclight. You summon 2 of them, they go into Dugares. You recycle them all with your Omega. You keep sending them again and again with your Gale Dogra, and you pretty much search through your entire deck. 1 Metal Marcher. This card is really good again because we still have Linkross and Hulky Fibrax, so we're going to use it as long as we have it. 1 Don Dragster. In case your opponent manages to stop you, then maybe you can summon this to pretty much make sure your opponent doesn't fight back. And 1 Omega, because Gale Dogra will send Omega to the grave. Omega will recycle itself and another extra deck monster. You'll keep doing the same thing until you have all your extra deck pieces that you need back into the extra deck, and then you'll keep doing the same thing again. For the Xyz, we play 1 Dugares. This is part of the combo because it will bring back your Violent Cube and attach 2 Heralds, which will give you 2 searches. 1 Full Armor Crystal Zero Lancer. This is your going second Xyz monster. It needs 3 level 6 waters to summon, so you can summon this with 3 Krakens or Brionac and Act 2 because it's a level 6 water, and you basically detach 1 to negate your opponent's full field use, so every monster they have will Frex negated, so this is how you fight back, and then you can summon maybe a Brionac to bounce back their extra deck monster and start attacking. And for the links, we play 1 Linkross, still off the ban list, same with Hulky Fibrax. These 2, as long as they're together, they're going to be a problem, and we're going to abuse them for as long as we can. 1 Isolde, for the Renaud play to get back your cell. 1 Reproducus, to turn your Gale Dogra into a Psychic. 1 Cross Ship, and 1 Curious, because Curious can be summoned with cards like Violent Cube. Your Linkross is a light, so it's a cyber, so it's very easy to get 3 light monsters with different types, and Curious is the one that's going to send you your Gale Dogra to the grave, so you can get it back to start doing your combo. And now, let's go over to Christos. He's going to show you the combo step by step, and show you exactly how you need to do it.
Here we have the 2-card combo. We need to start with Dipsy Diva, or a card that search Dipsy Diva, and the 1 level 4 or higher monster from our deck. At this point we use Incantation Candle. What we have to do is, we start by summoning Dipsy Diva, and with the effect of Dipsy Diva, we can summon a Sea Serpent level 3 or lower from our deck. At this point is Gishki Vision, and using those 2 cards, we can go to Hulky Fibrax. With the effect of Hulky Fibrax, we can search to and summon a Violent Cube from our deck to our field. Using Hulky Fibrax, we can summon Linkross, and with the effect of Linkross, we can summon 2 tokens from our deck. Using the token along with Violent Cube, we can summon Heart from the Arclight and search with the effect of Violent Cube for the Overborn Burial. Using Overborn Burial, send to the grave Candle to special summon Cube again. Do the same. Cube plus token to summon the second Heart from the Arclight from our expert deck. With the second Violent Cube, we can search for Fossil from our deck. Next, use 2 Hearts from the Arclight to summon the Dugares and detach those 2 XYZ monsters to Synchro monster in order to special summon back again Violent Cube. And with the effect of 2 Hearts from the Arclight, we can go and search for Incantation, Chalice Lime, and Incantation Inception. You have to activate the effect of Chalice Lime, discard Inception, and special summon Incantation Candle from our deck. With the effect of Candle, we can search for Necrocycle. Using Inception, we return Inception to our hand from grave, send Candle to the grave, and special summon Talismandra, searching for Brionac. With the effect of Brionac, we can discard Brionac and search for Clevisolas. Using Cycle, we can special summon Brionac by sending to the grave Talismandra, and using Inception, we can special summon Clausolas by sending Chalice Lime to the grave. So this is our field, yet. And this is our hand. Next step, we have to use those two warrior monsters in order to special summon Isolde from our deck in the point that Linkos points to. With the effect of Isolde, we can add Brionac to our hand, and with the second effect of Isolde, you can send Tonic Charge to the grave in order to special summon Renault. With the effect of Renault, we can return Charger to our hand from the grave. Here's the grave. Next step, using our 3 light monsters, we can go and special summon Curious from our deck, and with effect of Curious, we can set Gale to the grave from our deck. Now, next step is we have to activate Fossil in order to special summon again Dipsy Diva, and using Dipsy Diva that we banish and Renault, we can summon Martial Merchant, and with effect of Merchant, we can summon back Violent Cube, which is a tuner you can see. So, next step we have to use a Violent Cube along with Curious in order to summon Crush Ship, and using Dugares and Martial Merchant to summon Antis Crush Ship chains, and we can special summon Gale Dogra from our deck graveyard to our field. Using those two, we can go and special summon Rob Productus from our extra deck on our field. Using the effect of Rob Productus, we can make the Gale Dogra Psychic attach Talentic Charging Cell to our Gale Dogra, and now we can activate the effect of Gale Dogra in order to, without paying any luck points, in order to start searching. We can start using Gale Dogra, sent to the grave Omega. With the effect Omega, we can return Herald to the extra deck, Omega again, Herald, and we do the same loop again and again. Discard Sender with Gale Dogra Herald, Herald and Herald, let's say from our deck, in order to search for Ghost Fragen, and let's say Gishki Aqua Mirror. This is our hand. Using Aqua Mirror, we can special summon this. Your opponent reveal 2 cards from his deck. We return 1 card from his hand to the grave. We continue the same loop. This return back to the deck 1, 2, 3, and 4 in 3 different chains. And then again, this one for this one. We use the effect of the second hurdle to search for the third Ghost Dragon. And this one, we activate this. So summon the second Gishki Ghost Dragon by sending the second another Ghost Dragon to the grave. Another one discard. The effect of Kamiro, return to the deck. And return to the deck this. Effect of Gale Dogra, send Herald again. Add this, send the second Herald to the grave. To, let's say, add to the Shackle, add the second Brinac, and special summon Gishki until your opponent has no card on his hand. And then at the end of the turn, the best you have to do is special summon by using 3 Ghost Kraken Full Armor Crystalline Lancer in order to negate the effect of all face-up monster your opponent controls. And that's the combo video, guys.
That's it, guys. This is a deck that we haven't seen for quite a long time, and it's kind of nice to see what it can do in this day and age. I'm not sure if it will actually be a viable option, but again, like I said, we'll have to wait and see because we still don't know exactly what of these new decks, actually not new, but the old decks that got a boost, what they can actually do in today's meta. But time will tell. So if you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. It helps us a lot with the YouTube algorithm. Subscribe to the channel if you want to see our upcoming videos, and we'll see you next time.